Peace, infinite waters diving deep once again. We're here in nature. Do you smell that air? Can you hear the wind blowing back and forth? We've got the birds in the background, lots of people playing over there. Feels good. How to lose the fear of what other people think. I don't care what you think, but you do. For a long time, I was in denial until I had a good conversation with myself to be honest to my feelings. If you don't get in touch with your emotions will get in touch with you at the most awkward moment, just before breakfast. Where did that come from? Because we've been suppressing all of this energy. It has to come out somewhere. Our greatest fear is not death, no. Our greatest fear is what other people think. And not worrying what other people think, I have seen, is the greatest form of self-love. Along my journey, I was always trying to be perfect until I realized that that was a trap, because your perfect is not my perfect, and vice versa. What happens when we carry the burden of what family and friends think, of what the world thinks of us? Now we have to live up to these expectations. We create pressure, which creates stress. I come to nature to tune myself for my peace of mind, to stay sane in a crazy world. But when people tell us what we are, that is only a tiny side of who we are. So in losing this fear, I realize that whatever people tell me is not the truth of who I am. People say you're so calm. I say you don't know me. I am calm. I'm also grumpy. I'm also angry. I'm also compassionate. I am a multi-dimensional being. And when you allow yourself to experience whatever emotion you are going through at that present moment, now you lose the fear of what other people think. But a lot of us, we want to be a good person. No one wants to appear like they need help. So we say we can do it all by ourselves, but in the process, we suffer. People say fear is an illusion. I say fear is real, because the subconscious mind has no way of discerning reality from imagination. When you were 5 years old, walking around, maybe someone told you you're crazy as a joke. That's what happened to me. At that age, you have no way of knowing if they are telling the truth or not. So you may carry this around with you. Now I embrace it. But a lot of us, even through our school experience, we want to get that A grade. If you get a B, it's not good enough. If you get a C, it's terrible. If you get a D, you're a failure. Parents tell us that. Society tells us that. So of course there's a fear, because if we don't conform, then how are we going to survive in this world? What freed me along my journey is not taking everything so seriously. It's all an act. It's all a stage. We are all actors. It's all part of the cosmic game. Therefore, I let go of fear by surrendering to it, by surrendering to my authenticity. You see, because separation is why countries go to war. Separation is why you hold on to grudges. But the universal truth is that everything is connected. Unity is the truth. That's why when there is separation, we know we are living a lie. Give someone a hug today. Smile at people. Open up. All of this helps us to lose the fear of what people think. If I was to ask you, where are you afraid? People go here. But fear does not just exist within our minds. Fear exists throughout our whole body. Therefore, the only way to remove fear is by moving more into our bodies, breathing deep from the base of our spines, exercising, dancing. Because a lot of us, we are ruminating. The secret to stop overthinking is to let go of who you think you are. Losing the fear of what people think is not about only letting go of society's expectations. It is about letting go of your own expectations, more so of who you think you are. Get ready to be disappointed. Shock people, scare people. And the more you do it, the more you embrace yourself. It takes a lot of self-care to lose the fear of what people think. It has taken me a lot of videos just to feel comfortable. But you have to go through that process. It's inevitable. You are always going to get people that judge you. Because through that contrast, we now grow. We now have the awakening. We have an expansion of consciousness. But in actuality, duality is an illusion. When you merge with your shadow side, now you lose the fear of what people think. Your shadow side is telling you you're not good enough. You're a failure. You're dreadful. When you say, you know what? I love you. Come here. Let me give you a big hug. It says, what? What? Because once again, if you have a separation to your shadow self, now you are in fear of what people think. When there is no separation to your shadow self, now you lose the fear. Because you see that you are not here to live up to other people's expectations. You are here to feel free to do whatever you want, to feel free to dance around, to say whatever you want. Let go. It's a beautiful world we're living in. And I know how hard it is to lose the opinions that society has of us. But once you stop externalizing your power, once you take back your power, you take responsibility for how you feel. More so, you say, who are these people? Many times we think for hours about people that don't serve us, and only a short period of time for people that really matter. Now I put so much focus on people that uplift my spirit. All of that helps me to lose the fear of what people think. We are only afraid of what we don't understand. Fear is born out of separation. So to lose the fear, connect with those who remind you who you are. More so, develop an intimate relationship with yourself and say to yourself, today I'm doing this for me. I'm doing this for those that resonate with the message, but more so, I'm doing this because we are here to create. We are here to explore. And the more you can do that, you will see that fear will be removing itself from your life more and more. It doesn't happen overnight. It happens through a gradual process. I have seen that letting go of perfection is where perfection begins. Look at us. Look at us. We are rushing around, and a lot of us in the back of our minds, we know something isn't quite right. But a lot of us, we are too afraid to speak up. But when you start speaking up how you really feel, that's the moment you start letting go of fear. Self-image. Do you see yourself in a favorable way? Because when you are not your greatest fan, you become your greatest enemy. And it's amazing because when we have this fear of other people, in reality, it is only the fear we have of ourselves. And the only way to be free of that is to step into your true authenticity. The most wonderful feeling in the world is to believe in who you are, more so to know thyself. And I was thrown to the wolves. What happened? I said, "Can I get a hello there?" I threw myself to the wolves, and now I was able to overcome fear. Because a lot of us, we want to run away from fear. Just like we want to run away from what other people think. But stand and face it until it no longer affects you. Because once again, separation is fear. When you are not afraid, when you can look people eye to eye, you have an amazing feeling of euphoria. A lot of us, we're having an out-of-body experience. We're somewhere in space. When you have an inner-body experience, now there is no separation. More so, you get to know yourself that much more better. You lose the fear of yourself. Your self-image begins to dissolve because you say, wait a minute, who I thought I was, who society told me I was, is not who I really am. When you have an inner body experience, you feel at one with the universe. You feel at one with everything around you, and life becomes amazing. Why? Because it is total acceptance. Losing the fear of what other people think is about accepting yourself 100%. Once you do that, you see that what other people think is their business. A lot of us, we are assuming what other people think. It may not be the truth because everything is based on perception. But the perception we have of ourselves is the only thing that matters. Love yourself 100% like your life depended on it. There is only now. Are you gonna let fear stop you? Are you going to let people stop you from shining, from being who you are? For me, don't be silly. Life is far too beautiful, far too precious, and far too short for me to live in limitation. Become your greatest version. We are here in nature, breathing in that beautiful prana, infinite waters, diving deep once again. Stay well, stay healthy.